I've heard it many times, but it's always distressing when I hear it. People come into me usually because there's worsening health with somebody in the family and they need some guidance, especially with long-term care in the near future. And I'm looking through their finances and looking through the kinds of planning they've done, and I say, it doesn't look like you've done any estate planning. And the family looks at me and they say, oh, we're not wealthy people, so we never needed an estate plan. I'm Patrick Cawley with Keystone Elder Law, and the truth is, if you are not extremely wealthy, then you need estate planning even more. Here's the common situation. Husband and wife are living at home, but husband has worsening dementia. Wife can no longer care for him. If husband falls in the middle of the night, wife no longer has the strength to lift him up off the floor. There's a range of care services that go with someone losing cognitive capacity, from bathing to dressing and so forth. Wife can no longer do that, and so it's time for skilled nursing care. The problem is skilled nursing care costs about $11,000 or more a month. Now, if you're rich, no problem. You just pay that out of pocket, and you don't worry about how much money is going to be left for the wife at home. She'll have plenty of money to live on. But if you're not rich, your plan will necessarily involve Medicaid. Medicaid will pay thousands of dollars a month for long-term care, but there are strict financial guidelines. And sometimes, in order to preserve money for wife at home, we need to move assets around, get them out of the name of the Medicaid applicant, the husband. In order to do all of that, you need to have a power of attorney at the very least. If you have a trust, that's even better, because then we can do what is necessary to preserve assets for wife at home so that husband can get on to Medicaid for long-term care. Without any of that, the state has a plan for you, and it's called guardianship. It will take a long time, long, expensive time, because there's now a delay with going through the court process. And in the meantime, husband's care is going to cost over $11,000 a month. So that's not an ideal situation. The better situation is to plan ahead, even if you don't have a lot of money, especially if you don't have a lot of money. Have a good power of attorney that prepares for the later years and the declines in health that go with it. Maybe even plan ahead and have a trust. This is not just estate planning for the wealthy. Sure, they have all kinds of fancy estate planning, but that's so that they can pay less in taxes. That's why they use trusts. We use trusts, the people of the middle class, to survive the later years of our lives and to not go broke because of a decline in health. If you have questions, if you want to engage in any sort of advanced planning before somebody gets sick, I strongly encourage you to do so. Send us an email at info@keystoneelderlaw.com or call us 717-697-3223 or leave a comment or question to this video.